Hey guys, now in today's video, we're going to take a look at two products that are going to change the way you communicate with others. Be it in a setting like this where you're creating social media content, or if you're in a meeting. Hey, maybe you're gaming and you'd like to step up your audio. Well, today we're going to take a look at two products from Maono. First of all, we're going to take a look at their USB XLR dynamic microphone, and this is the PD100X that you see right here. And the other product that we're looking at is the Maono, and this is their gaming audio mixer, right? And matter of fact, this entire recording is being captured with both of these products so that you can see them, how they work in real time. Let's go and check them out. Now, this entire video is being captured using these products. All of the audio is coming from it. Now, typically, we are using a Rodecaster 2, and we also then have a Shure mic that I have off camera right now. That's what I use for my audio capture. And today we're trying out this system, and this is a very affordable system for those of you who are looking to upgrade your audio. And having great audio is, in many cases, sometimes more important than having great video. If you sound great, people can hear you. If you don't sound great, people are going to switch to channel or not listen to you. So having great audio is something that's really important, but also having audio at an affordable price is also even more important for many of us. So what you see right here, and I'm going to go ahead and bring this in frame. We're first going to start out with the actual mixer itself because it's going to be easier, and then we'll go into the mic. But what you see right here is the mixer. And there's a lot going on here. So first of all, this has a lot of capabilities, and we're going to bring this up so you can see what's going on here. You have an XLR input. You also have a head jack or headphone over here that you can work with. You then also have a headphone monitor out, which is what I'm doing right now. So what you hear me doing is what you see me doing here is listening to what's being captured. You also then have your output. And what I'm doing right here is actually capturing this audio in an external audio solutions being recorded. PC power, so this is my USB-C power, and then this is actually my power switch. Now, the cool thing about this solution is that you can actually enhance your audio experience in two ways. First of all, you'll notice that there's an audio in here. So you can actually, if you have your phone and you want to get music or some type of music player that still uses this port right here, you could use this to bring music into this as well and share this as part of your audio experience. But if we flip it over here, one of the things that you're going to notice immediately is that there are some flashing lights. And right here, this one right here is Bluetooth. It's basically, yes, it does support Bluetooth, which is also a really nice add-on. So you don't only have to have physical connections, but you can use Bluetooth connections as well. It also will support powering your mic in case it needs additional power in order to work. Some mics, depending on the type, may not just work with the phantom power coming from the XLR, but it may need some direct power. So what you can do is power that device. Matter of fact, so that you can get a sense of what the audio difference is, we're right now unpowered. I'm going to press this button. I'm going to pause for a second because it takes a second. And then what we'll see is how it sounds if it has power. So we're going to go ahead and press it. I'm going to continue to speak until I actually hear myself. And notice how I just came in. One of the things I will say is that I've noticed about this product is that there is a slight delay in a lot of the settings. So when you choose things, there's a delay just like the one that you saw there. Now you hear me with phantom power, or with that power on, not with phantom power using their mic. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. And my audio is back, so you saw how much time. So there's a slight delay. Just be aware of that. Over here you have a slider. You do have a gain button right here that you'll be able to adjust. And what you'll also notice is that as I look at this, one of the things that I find that's a little bit challenging about it, even though there's a little dot right here that tells me where my gain is. So I am at this point right here. I wish that this also lit up so that I could see where I'm at, and that it was a little bit more visual, because you have to actually tilt to the side to actually see that little dot because it's pretty discreet. You do have a reverb here, and then you have a headphone volume as well. If I were to turn on the reverb, and you're going to hear this, I'm going to go ahead and increase the reverb. You can hear how much reverb you can bring in. It gives you the sense like you're in a really large room. And I found a lot of products have this. I just haven't, in my experience, used it yet. And I'm increasing the reverb so you can see how much you can get. Wow, I'm in a big room now. Not. But we'll go ahead and reduce it all the way down to 0. And again, that's a setting that you can do. You do have a mute button, and mute is back off. One of the things I will say is that while you saw that this 48 volt power support option takes a couple seconds to delay, when it kicks in, there's a slight delay. The mute button you saw was immediate. Let's try that again. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. This is a test. So you can see that the mute button works really well. Here you have your music source. So this is where you'll be able to increase things. So if you had stuff coming in via Bluetooth, or you were just bringing in some music, you can turn that on or off. And I do like that it has, when you look at the switch, it gives you kind of like a sense of what the highest volume is and that you could be clipping. But it really doesn't give you, in my experience, any kind of clipping notification on what you have going on here. So that's one thing to be aware of. Now, at least that I've been able to see. Now, you do have a couple options here, and you have, these are configurable, programmable. You do have the ability to not have this via RGB, right? So you can just turn things off, and now they're not as colorful. You can turn on the RGB, and you can go through different color cycles. So, right, you can, as you're pressing this, it's just going through up to the point now it looks like it's kind of breathing. So this will give you, again, some cool effects, whatever you'd like to play with. Now it's nothing, and we'll come back. I kind of like the setting. I like the rainbow effect. It also has a noise reducer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press the noise reducer so you can hear. Now, in my studio, we have white noise, right? But we don't have a lot of noise. So I'm going to go ahead and press the noise reducer.
Noise cancellation low.
You hear that, right? And this is what I sound like with the noise reducer. I don't know if the white noise from the air conditioning goes away, but you'll be able to see how it sounds based on what you hear here. I'm going to go ahead and increase the noise reducer.
Noise cancellation high.
Now it's set to noise cancellation high. Much higher. And again, this is what the effect is going to be. I'm going to go ahead and introduce some noise in a couple seconds so you can see what it sounds like.
Noise cancellation off.
And right there, that's the noise cancellation off. So nice features, right? And let me get something so that we can bring some noise in. So I've introduced some noise, and this is some of the noise that I use in some of my audio tests. And it's around 80 decibels of noise that comes in. And right now, we'll see how much is being canceled just with the mic itself. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each one of the settings. So right now, this is what it sounds like. Normal mic, no noise reduction.
Noise cancellation low.
This is what it sounds like with noise reduction on low setting. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. This is our test.
Noise cancellation high.
Now, this is what it sounds like with higher noise reduction. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. This is our test.
Noise cancellation off.
Now it's off. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to talk, and I'm going to cycle through each one so you can see how quickly it picks up. And what I've noticed is that there's a slight delay. So we're going to continue to talk
Noise
and hit each one of the
cancellation low.
settings and see how long it takes before the settings actually
Noise
kick in,
cancellation
so
high.
that you can see the differences of what's going on. So those are all the settings. I'm going to leave it with noise reduction high, and I'm going to stop the noise generator. And next thing we're going to do is look at voice changers, because it does have a voice changer. I think these are fun. Let's go ahead and press one of the voice changes. And you're going to see that there's a delay. I'm going to hit the first one. You're going to hear the announcement, and then we're going to continue talking. So this is my
Female.
first voice
change, and you could get a sense of how long it took before it actually kicked in. Now, this is the female voice. You tell me, is this a female voice? So this is the female voice. Is it a female voice? I don't know. Let's try the next voice.
Male.
Now, the next voice
is a male voice. So this is what the male voice sounds like. I don't know. Let's try another voice.
Baby.
Now, this
is a baby voice. This is what a baby sounds like? I don't know. Well, this is the baby voice. Now, this is
Robot.
the next voice.
I think this is the robot voice. Sounds more like someone from the underworld. I don't know.
Default.
And now we're
back to the default, right? So you saw how long it took to switch your voices as we're going across. I'm going to go ahead and stay quiet and press each one of the buttons so you can hear it again.
Female. Male. Baby. Robot. Default.
So you can do that. You can have your direct monitor on or off. You have your RGB settings, and you have these pads that you can control. So let's take a look at the actual, I would say, mic itself. I'm going to bring it on camera and try to continue to speak to it. I'll get a little bit closer so you can see what's going on here. So the mic itself does have a dial here that you can adjust. It does have a mute button as well. On the very bottom, what you'll notice is that it does have both the XLR and then USB-C as a way, and it also has a headphone monitor there. I think the mic does really well. You can hear what the audio sounds like. I typically, again, have a different mic running this, but again, this is about affordability. It's about ease of use, and I think it sounds pretty good for, again, what we're talking about in this package. All right, guys, so now you can see we're not in our studio. We're actually in what my wife would consider is our lab. She actually calls it a special lab. And this is where we do all our creation when it comes to lasers. You can see lasers over there. We also have 3D printing going on over there. We have some stuff being fabricated over there. So this is where all of the creation fabrication takes place. And now we're using this mic via USB-C. So you can see it right there, USB-C. And you can see in the front here how I have what my audio level is set at. So this is going to give you a sense of what the audio is going to sound like. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to press this little button. It's probably going to blow out this image. I'm using my Mac, right? So this is coming straight from my Mac. So this isn't a high-end camera in any way. We're really focused on the audio. If I press this, you can see the RGB turns on. I do have different settings that I can go through and toggle through these. And that's pretty much all there is to it. So this is a great mic for the price, and you can see what the performance is via USB-C. So guys, if you're looking to step up your audio, and again, this system is not just for gaming. You can use it with Zoom, with Teams, with WebEx. You think about Google Meet. There's a lot of different ways that we're communicating now digitally. And having an audio solution like this isn't just for gaming, but it's for also work as well or for school. So I highly recommend getting a better mic. I highly recommend getting some type of audio interface like this one is right here to step up the way you communicate. Hands down. See you in the next video.